Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. David here with another cryptocurrency update. I wanted to do something that I haven't done before. I wanted to thank a couple of the subscribers, some of the newer subscribers in the commenters, like Rick Groot, who has commented a lot on a ton of my videos, was my first Twitter subscriber, so thank you very much. Phil, who was our first troll yesterday. We're kidding, Phil. We love you. Teresa Elbers, thank you very much. Ashley from the UK, Jake Honda, the Blu-ray Critic, Global Trader, Moorish Prince, C7, just to name a few. We've had a lot of good interaction on this channel, so really thank you guys very much. I wanted to definitely start off today's video by personally mentioning some of you guys, just so that it doesn't seem like our objective here is just to steamroll through information and not have any real conversations and content. That is exactly what we're here for. Today's video, if you guys were to pull up your charts and to look back to September 17th, okay? Pull up your chart. I'm going to go through the numbers right now, and it's going to kind of blow your mind, I think, okay? September 17th to today, to this morning, I believe, when I made this, okay? Ethereum, $209, down to $89. Bitcoin, $6,300. down to $34.25. Bitcoin Cash, $427, down to $103. Ethereum Classic, $10.52, down to $3.41. Litecoin, $52, down to $25. All of those are down 50 to 76% within that time frame. Okay, from September, October, November, December. So within 2.5, 3 months of trading, they're down 50 to 78%. All right. Now, if we were to look at the price of XRP on those same days, what do you think it's going to show you? You would have to automatically assume that XRP, being systemically tied to the entire system, is going to show that exact thing. Some number of whatever to whatever, 50 to 60 to 70% down, because it is right there with everyone else, with Litecoin, with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, with all of them. But no. September 17th, XRP was trading at 29 cents. Today, as most of these cryptocurrencies meet their not only yearly lows, but some of them all-time lows, XRP is just kind of chilling. Yeah, it's going down, but it's really not, I wouldn't even say close to its yearly low. And if anything, it's one of the few that are actually in the green for the year. Okay? You need to keep this in mind as people come onto the channel, like we said yesterday, and they try to tell you that XRP is a scam, okay? Because this scam happens to be performing actually quite well right now, okay? So as we reach this second coordinated attack on the cryptocurrency space in the last couple of months, right? Huge attack. We have to kind of ask ourselves, why? Are we going to call this the coin Pocalypse? Like, is this where we go from 2,000 plus coins? Is this the time where the coins that are in the bottom of the market on some of the coin market caps and the exchange provided, you know, ledgers and everybody that's giving you their charting and their information, is it time for some of those coins to vanish? And if so, do people get out of those coins now and push their money into better projects? Or are they just going to pull their money out of crypto entirely? The theory that I came up with this morning is that you kind of have to think back to the bull run and pre-bull run in, you know, October, November, December of 2017, you know, before everything really started to amplify. You know, and then coming into the downturn in January where everything started to kind of fizzle out. Who was filling up their bags in October and November before the bull run? I'm kind of imagining that all of these companies that were formulating business plans like Bakkt and Fidelity and Charles Schwab and TD Ameritrade without their systems already set in place had to acquire shares from somewhere, especially with the background notifications that they were starting their projects. And they knew that if this thing was to explode before they had filled any portion of their bag, that they wouldn't have any of this cheap cryptocurrency that was available, okay? So, again, my theory is that some of these bigger companies filled their bags, not only knowing that they were starting their own, but that it would be possible for them to build their business plans so far that they would actually be able to buy and house their own crypto, meaning that the exchange purchases that they made were going to be deemed irrelevant. So at this point, everybody's pushing back their deadlines. But why are they pushing back their deadlines? They need more time to liquidate their personal accounts so that they can get the cash free, so that once all of their, let's just call it, their Binance accounts are liquidated or their Coinbase accounts are liquidated, they can actually funnel that money, that cash, through the legal United States dollar systems into their own funds, okay? So as we see this huge slump in the market, the question is it really just the top tier guys selling from one place, going back into dollar, knowing that they can crash the market because they owned so much of it? Because at $900 billion, when we were at the height of the market, you'd have to assume that there was some really big players that were getting in, and that it wasn't just 100 million of you and I that were out there buying 50 XRP or a third of a Bitcoin or whatever, okay? So the big players had no other way to get involved except for buying in through the main exchanges. So, you know, they bought in low, and without knowing when their products would be available, they knew they had to have a little bit of portion set aside just in case. So if they needed to give access to their clients and they didn't actually build the technology far enough, they would already own a portion of the asset. So right now, this push down is really not anything to be afraid of. If anything, it should be something to be excited about, because the players, the powers that be, are getting ready. They're putting all of their cash into a big pile for the day that their exchanges are ready, and they need to buy up their own XRP, and they need to buy up their own Bitcoin, and they need to buy up their own Litecoin to put into their own platform. Then they won't be dependent on a Binance or Coinbase or Gemini or any of these other things, okay? So this is the point in cryptocurrency where we're seeing a natural correction. Everybody says that we have these booms and busts and these cycles, which is true. The question is why do all the booms and busts happen? And how can you chart them? And how can you plot them? And does TA actually provide any utility for us right now in this space, as huge players are moving huge portions of their assets from one place to another? Unknown cold wallets are coming live, and it's getting really intense. People are gonna start to give access to traditional investors through their own platforms. So there's an ultimate amount of upside waiting directly in front of us. So you guys just need to keep holding tight. Don't sell your crypto. Don't make any irrational decisions. If you've already bought in, you're in. Now, if you're someone who doesn't have a job and you've bought in and your only money is invested in this thing and you need it to eat and live, then I completely understand, and I think so does everybody else here. So it's time. It really is time. I say this in a lot of my videos. Together as a community, we are a lot stronger than we are as an individual, you know, even though one individual can create cataclysmic waves, right? Like we spoke about yesterday, the tsunami is coming. Good luck, guys. Hold tight. Don't let these big companies that are disrupting the market right now affect your stack, okay? Really, just hold tight. You'll be fine. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.